Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2024, and say hello to the Callaway Paradym AI Smoke family of drivers. So in reality, there are 4 Callaway Paradym AI Smoke drivers. There is the standard, which is referred to as the Max. There is the low spin version for heavy hitters, which is the Triple Diamond. There's also a draw model called the Max D, and there's also a super lightweight component version called the Max Fast. But in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the standard Max, which will probably be the one that's the most popular for recreational golfers, as well as for some elite players as well. And I'm also going to tell you a lot about the Triple Diamond. So as you might recall from last season with the initial Paradym drivers, the big story with those was a carbon composite crown as well as a massive carbon composite bottom section created this chassis, which basically took all the weight out of the middle of the golf club and allowed Callaway to put more weight in the back and in the front. And once again, we're going to get that with the Paradym AI Smoke drivers as well. But the big story now with Smoke is going to be what Callaway did with the faces. As most people out there who have been following Callaway equipment for the last several years know, the company's been using artificial intelligence, AI, for the last several years to design driver faces that are sort of optimized for different types of players. But what they probably don't know is that robot testing has really been at the heart of all of that research from Callaway. Now, with the AI Smoke family of drivers, things have changed up a little bit though, because the data that was gathered and put into those supercomputers was gathered from over 250,000 swings, analyzing how regular golfers, elite players, players of all different levels and abilities, all different types of golfers, they gathered up all that data and had the computer analyze real golfers instead of robot swings. And that's probably good because, frankly, robots don't play golf. People like you and I play golf. Then they instructed those computers to try and design faces that would be optimized for how people actually play, where they actually miss-hit on the face. The end result is a hitting area that is basically mapped out into hundreds of little areas that create what Callaway refers to as micro deflections, or little miniature sweet spots all over the face. And the company's making some pretty big claims about what this does for ball speed retention, ball speed protection on mishits, and how much more distance you're going to get. According to Callaway, you're going to get a lot more distance, up to 11 or 12 yards on misses from the toe section. You're going to get about 10 more yards from misses in the heel, and you're also going to get more distance on mishits high and low. I think one of the most interesting things about the AI Smoke drivers, and when it relates to their faces, is that each one of the faces in the drivers is a little bit different. While on the outside they look the same, on the inside, not only are the faces for the AI Smoke Max going to be different than the ones that are been designed for the Triple Diamond, the Max D, and the Max Fast, but within just the family of the AI Smoke Max family of drivers, each face is also different by loft. The idea being that someone who's buying a driver at, say, 9 degrees, they're probably going to have different needs and different expectations for what they're looking for than a person who's buying one, for example, with 12 degrees of loft. They're talking about different golfers, so they made the faces different as well. Now, once again, with Paradym AI Smoke, we're carrying over from the original Paradym, where you're getting a massive carbon fiber crown. You can see the carbon fiber when you look down in the address position. You'll also notice that the titanium portion that sort of forms the chassis, the front section, is in sort of a steely gray. So it creates a very, very clean look in the address position. I think it looks, candidly, very, very smart. When you flip the club over, you see a very large carbon composite sole panel. And each one of these is going to be a little bit different because the carbon fiber is basically going to be melted down into this form. So they all take on slightly different variations of color with the gray and the white and all that kind of stuff. But basically, the idea is to take out as much weight as you possibly can, again, from the crown as well as from the sole panel. All that is going to create discretionary weight that designers and engineers can put into different places in the golf club to tweak and modify performance. In the standard AI Smoke Max, a lot of that weight is going into a 14-gram sliding weight that is in the back. When you throw that weight down into the heel section, it's going to create a draw bias. It's going to create a fade bias when you put it out in the toe. And when you put that 14-gram weight right in the center, it's going to basically max out the MOI, the moment of inertia, to really increase stability as much as possible. Now, there's a small 2-gram weight up here in the front that's really going to be used primarily for fitters so they can adjust the swing weight of the golf club. And as it has done for quite a number of years, Callaway has included an adjustable hosel mechanism that allows players and fitters to increase or decrease the stated loft by up to 2 degrees, take it down by up to 1 degree. You'll also be able to modify the lie angle to make it either flatter or slightly more upright, which can really have a pretty large effect on shot shape. So that is the standard Paradym AI Smoke Max. The other driver that I think is going to get a lot of attention is going to be the Triple Diamond version. It always does. This is going to be the one that you're going to see a lot out on tour. I would suspect that players like John Rahm, Xander Schauffele, this will be the driver that they switch into. Many of the features and benefits that have been put into the Max and the other AI Smoke drivers are going to be here as well. Again, massive carbon fiber crown, very large carbon fiber section on the back. You do not have the sliding weight that we see in the Max, but you do have two weights that are interchangeable. One is a 14-gram weight, one is a 2-gram weight. When the 14-gram weight is in the front, it's going to lower the launch angle, lower the spin rate. It's also going to probably increase the ball speed just a touch. When you put that heavier weight in the back, you're going to get a higher launch angle, a little bit more spin, probably about 200 or 300 RPM of spin, and that is going to give the club just a touch more forgiveness. But the forgiveness of the Paradym AI Smoke Triple Diamond is not going to be nearly as high as it will be on the Max, but that's by design because players who are going to be in the market for a golf club like the Triple Diamond, I'm just more concerned about shot shaping ability and consistency and spin rate than they are about MOI and about forgiveness. Now, while both of these golf clubs, the Max and the Triple Diamond, are 460cc heads, the constructions are pretty different. The AI Smoke Max from front to back is going to be much larger. The Triple Diamond version is going to have more of the classic pear shape. And when you look down in the address position, they really look quite a bit different. You're going to see from front to back, the Max is going to be quite a bit larger than the Triple Diamond. So once again, for 2024, that is going to be the big release from Callaway, the Paradym AI Smoke family of drivers. There are 4 of them, and which one is right for you? The only way you can find that out is to work with a good custom fitter, get yourself onto a launch monitor, hit them all, and find out which is going to perform best for you. I can't answer that question, but I can answer questions that are down in the comment area below. So if you want me to tell you a little bit more detail, if you have something that you want to know in more depth about the AI Smoke drivers, please feel free to drop a comment right down below. I try and answer as many comments as I possibly can. It would be fantastic if you would subscribe to my channel as well as hit the bell button so you can get notifications on when I've got new content coming out. We're into release season now. The videos are going to be coming fast and furious. You are not going to want to miss anything. So once again, Happy New Year. Have a great 2024, everybody. I'm looking forward to bringing you a lot more content in the future. Thanks a lot for joining me.